Central Market neighborhood. I have food stands today. There's people. What else? What else? What else? I don't know if you saw it. It occupies the entire space or something. There's space for friends. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Seeking the death penalty for when the steals from me gets in the way of my receiving money. Steals my money. Have caused my apartment to be invested. My homelessness. What else? What else? What else? I posted on Facebook earlier. No, it's not address. What? I'm bored. I'm bored. The struggle and the struggle. Still seeking the death penalty for each. Like I'm no longer speech impaired. These people are so disgusting. They've drugged me, they raped me decades ago. They're embarrassing, they're so gross. There's some layers and they linger. Because they steal from me, they think that they're a permanent part of my life every day that I think about them. Disgusting. I miss you. This sounds exciting. It was good for me today. What else? What else? What else? So what she did is, because she's been raped, was like 3 years old or 4 years old. You need She rapes people. She steals my money, intimidates. She's so gross. And she's cause for the Acuero Querosidad and Andres Suarez to steal from me basura. They're disgusting. Putting me in front of everyone that they think would be my lover. For them to brag that they actually fuck it, that they rape it, while they steal from me, while they get in the way of me receiving money, while they stay in my homes without my permission, while they steal my vehicles. They don't know how to gauge intelligence. They're just disgusting. Ew, what lovers? I've only had one significant other who is a Munoz Carrero. I was married to a Munoz Carrero due to poverty porque Ginny Valeris Lorenzo Suárez Cindy Lorenzo me roba mi dinero, da mi casa sin mi permiso, me roba mis vehículos, and gets in the way of me receiving money. And Andrew has raped me, stolen my money, la Antonio Capitano ese stalks me. So I married a girl with her Catholic. For he and I to have Jaden Kinlani, which he and I committed to have like what before 3 years old. So yo entiendo porque ella dice que a veces las cosas salen cuando una se enamora. Uy, cuarentona eso. Cuando yo no he sido feliz, Sí, tuve lo que quise. Guillermo Carrero y tengo lo que quiero. Jaden Cañón. Ella se pone primero en primer lugar todo. So ella se pone primero and then she goes for the kill primer lugar. What else? What else? Es una prueba floja. Me ha pasado todo. Don't need money. Estoy caminando para no cigarro. Porque ella tiene un relative dispute, like that shows, and ella las mira, pues es tan feliz, maltratando a toda la gente. Son dos lichas, la ferocidad, pelean por pene, ellas son like, las Suárez así, las Lorenzo las tenemos que matar, Acevedo las tenemos que matar. Y yo no me hundo eso. Y a mí no me cogen en eso, nena, aquí tratando de venderme el pelo, yo tengo dinero. That's what the FBI is for. What else? Soy cosa que no saben, él me drogó y ella me violó. So she wants to trigger bad memories and I don't hold on to bad experiences ever through roaches. Because I am never good. Or to clean or to hire someone to remove the roaches. Is she crying and trying to kill Andrew because they didn't get only with me in apartment with roaches and she wanted them to go through that bad experience? Is she pestering again? And saying, dale un poquito de dinero a alguien y envíale a los nenes con ella. Ahora, este es el momento de que hoy es el día. Hoy es el día de ayuda. They're disgusting. They're so gross. Bueno, ella me quiere enseñar cuántas veces ella estuvo aquí con el Anthony Capuzono ese. And because she sometimes uses her natural look, people might not recognize her. Her hair straight, como si eso me importara un carajo. I reported that towards me. That's it. Donde ella viola a mis crushes, none of my concern. Allá mis crushes that are like, esta menuda sentada, esta menuda apagada. Sajini sandali, la kawaii, ay mira, este balaus. En 1999. She wants to sue me for defamation. Oh, man, no, we're not shopping suits in court. Ew. Ella tiene una obsesión unhealthy with men. Disgusting. What else? Yo soy tu confidente para que no hables conmigo. Cuéntame todo lo que te ha pasado, amigo. Cuéntame. Si ella sabe más que yo, ella sabe el día que David le desnodió. Dale. Voy a solicitar trabajo en Garden, que ella está bailando allí, me dijeron. Wish me luck, que la voy a violar. Ya mismo te consigo muchas bebecitas de Arlene. Con lo que Jorge te consiguió no es suficiente. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Muchas gracias, legendarizando. I said to Anthony Capisano ese, and I think it was Albert, stop stealing from me. It's like, let me rape you first. So I said, I guess you're gonna be one of those people who's gonna be on Facebook with Jimmy Gentalides brincando un trampolín y no me van a dejar de robar mi pertenencia. It's like, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Y ahí está. Porque someone warned me. Days before, they're like, they're not gonna stop stealing from you, Arlene. And what they plan to be on Facebook is mocking you that she rapes your crushes and mocking your polyamory. And mocking que tu mamá se quiere ir a bailar as self-care, so Ginny Gentalides fue a todos los nightclubs, la llevó. Oh, he killed Gloria Nilsson. Con el dinero que me roban. Ella baila en nightclubs. Si eso es una aleluya, que se supone que será fea. Da un asco. What else? It'll be fine. If I don't use it. I need it for my bus. And this has about 2 hours left. So I can be here for a while. If y'all had gifted me money, you wouldn't be throwing up on the roaches on YouTube. What else? What else? I'm bored. I missed it. I missed it. I missed it. I missed it. Ginny Gentalides ahora mismo se está desnudando suavemente para el Anthony Capisano ese en mi casa que me roba. Ya se tomaron el café. Y ese tipo de cuero doesn't understand what Polly and Marie is. He went on to beat me up emotionally, terrorize my parents, starve me. And Gloria Nilsson look at me and said, they're gonna go, you're gonna die on my terms. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna die. And fly home with him. With legal process, so I guarantee for God. He kills the ones that refuse me sex. Possibly he kills those that in the middle of sex says no more. Not that demeanor? Possibly. What else? I'm born. So yeah, my first coffee. Waiting in the lady, so she pretended to be me. My BMWs are at least 4 when I was 19. And she stole them all. La mamá la manejaba allí para que me robaran mi vehículo for them to keep this dick guarantee. Y él este esfuerzo dice, wow, eso se premia con todo lo que le robó al Lin, porque siempre están ahí, like, necesitas mi servicio hoy, mañana, después, para toda la vida. And they're like, that's attention to. What is the word? What is it? Polyandry. They don't understand these hoes. They're disgusting. They're stupid. They thought that someone was going to moderate and say, Arlene, but that's because you married a girl. Ooh. TED Talks. And I was right. To agree. Is it these boys that are raping me or so disgusting? Well, he brought me my key to my Lexus to a Gold's Gym.
I have 12 emails, 30 messages, and a proposal due by 10. How am I already underwater?
I'm in the same boat.
I'm in an actual boat.
I thought Grammarly just fixed grammar. They make boats now?
Listen. Been there, done that. What
I'd like to talk to you
experience?
tonight about my research in the Nepalese Himalayas and what it's taught me about definitions of marriage. I'm a cultural anthropologist and I've studied marriage and family systems now, cross-culturally, for 20 years.
That'll be that.
A lot of us in America have a template in mind when we think
What
about
else?
marriage
Well,
and
that's why I
family.
didn't air my
We have a set of ideas regarding what's normal and even ideal with marriage.
Then I read, I will feel guilt that he dared went to rape that person that did a TikTok because that's so inspiring. Yeah. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. Or maybe not.
I came to talk to you tonight about the Nepalese Himalayas and what it's taught me about definitions of marriage. I'm a cultural anthropologist and I've studied marriage and family systems now, cross-culturally, for 20 years. A lot of us in America have a template in mind when we think about marriage and family. We have a set of ideas regarding what's normal or even ideal with respect to marriage and family. And it doesn't occur to a lot of
Eso quedó decidido hace tiempo. Mira, estoy buscando en CNN. What else? Here I am looking for it on CNN.com. Anna, Ginny Jandali, Sandy Lorenzo. What else? What is the amorous queen? La única. Like truly polygyny, is it? Oh, it's whatever it has. What else? I'm bored. Oye, hasta pensaba, no. A eso se dedicaría de repente ella. I miss this game. Oops, I missed the part where they privately tell me to never post what they said to me privately in public on purpose. What else? I'm bored. So I purposely missed. What is it? Where is that? They're supposed to. She thought that I would reply with. Tú dices eso que yo no puedo tener dinero para ir al restaurante. Pero no te veo más Franklin. O como Andrew Weinberg. Y yo no poder estar conmigo. What's next? Are you taking a beating by me so badly? From Gerardo Santos. That was him, and Anthony Capistrano. He and I have a whole marriage. So I'm like, ew. They deserve to go prostitutes. Lead with the dick. Ew. I'm a girl. Or, you can copy los sabres de todos son. Que eso me acuerdo que no son. Se interponen que yo recibo dinero para ella estar dando sobre la vida. Oh, yeah. ¿Por qué? Le digo, prostitute, coge esto dentro del baúl. Ya Eli González nos enseñó cómo hacer eso. Gracias, you bring a pizza with you. Or the with a great view and a person to have sex, a married girl. Oh. Or she was just mocking them or came out they get married women lo hacen a I'm bored. I'm bored.
My research in the Nepalese about definitions of marriage. I'm a cultural anthropologist, cross-culturally for 20 years. A lot of us in America have a template in mind when we think about marriage and family. We have a set of ideas regarding what's normal, even ideal, with respect to marriage and family. And it doesn't occur to a lot of us to wonder where that template came from. I came to the topic from the perspective of my own family. My parents divorced when I was young. They remarried, had more biological children, and adopted yet others. So my ideas about family were fairly flexible from a pretty early age. By contrast, my ideas about marriage were much...
Oh, does he refuse to give him money and he's going to jail? Porque he's like, she needs to remarry me so I can get rid of Gabby here in the home. It's like, no, you need to give her money. They process very considerably. Then he wasn't who raped me. You can take out if Benjamin sort of sense of son raped me. That steal my money, that got money, that steal my vehicles, that stalked me. Got a copy of the Queen 2016. Oh, marrying the younger guy fantasy. Neither Quarantine I am, Michael Norman. You can take everything Michael Norman, that's why they send him. I gave the kid a compliment at a social network event decades ago. What was I, 17 or 19? And I saw I was doing the one time that Marilyn like came through for me. And all her homework paid off. She's like, before you're there, most likely gonna need would be like little moment. Hi, nice to see you. You all better. When does Gwendolyn get raped? No, meaning that we're gonna rape her, but Gwendolyn at the time possibly was one of the youngest female outside of like my closest nucleus. So there was possibly concern of like, what if Gwendolyn's out there? Will a retard harass her and rape her? If she's a minor who's gonna control like her environment so that she can freely say, I just got sexually harassed if she gets harassed. So it's tongue in cheek. When does Gwendolyn get raped? They declare a hate crime towards me. They're like, le gustó Michael Norman, that she's gonna have sex with him when he's older. I'm like, I don't wanna have sex with him. I say, he's pretty or no? I am making a commitment right now. I love to seduce too, like mi buen Pebella. That's it. Porque no me está metiendo Sebastián Yatra encima que vive como millonario. Did he traffic Michael into an AT&T store? And Mike the Air Force Base, so he would be close to where what? Doesn't that kid want to be in Italy? Or the Normans somewhere else? Ew, so that's why I don't know. I shipped it immediately. That's why I want to show up to private group chats if they have any to mention it. About it. Or bring it up. Forget why was that kid working on the beach where I was stationed at. And then these beaches, this is my face, this is their face. They're like that, and my coco será que ella te violó a ti. Horny woman. He's 35. That's so pretty. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. So they label me Catholic and a whore. Not wanting to go having babies. The process of it. Congratulations, so you make a commitment and make it a way to have it. A no man. Just give up your kid. Well, by the way, right now se está grajeando con Sarah Francis y Mrs. Francis estos dos. En Austin. Oh, en Houston es donde se hace el de Misty Day. There she goes around saying Arlene's stalking Misty. Right now she's a Central Market in San Antonio. Stalking Misty that lives in Houston. He pays them for that shit. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. They're so gross. But the wife and the tanto arrepentimiento, nena. Tortura. Con que perdió 40 años de su vida. Con esto, ella se asegura que le dé 40 años más. Con esto, ella se asegura de que él le dé 40 años más. Pero babies with a man. Esta vez me tiene que llevar a Ritz Carlton Cruise, qué sé yo. Y por eso él siempre me está robando mi dinero. Porque para tener más de 40 años ahora juntos, tiene que ver a Ritz Carlton. Yeah, Four Seasons. Le va a gustar una ciudad allí. ¿A cuál va a querer regresar? ¿Es el nombre? No. Nothing. Or is it Domino's with the little big squares? ¿Dónde está el Little? Doble clic on me. Richie con Rosaura y Efraín no más 4 years ago with the money that they steal from me. Richie says our day is busy. I'm taking you to fly to Rosaura and open. Hola, I home shelter for me. Publicly. Ew. They're disgusting. They're so good. They're out there that's pero no. Very good. It's not a dominant. Support it, not support them. I'll get a comment if you saw it. Gotta search for domino like board. It was a Friday maybe decades ago. Well, okay, ya todo. What else? What else over there? Just kidding. Oh, look, you may be hiding gray hair. No, I should ask. You'd be like, what are you playing? I won't be doing anything. Ahora me violó en su adolescencia. Él me drogó. I think it was either around there, I don't know, Yandel was there. Then he said, ahora vamos a ver, you need to know this. What else? He thinks that that's a lovely husband. I don't fuck anyone that's not husband material, and so I don't have one significant other. First, I get was very responsible with me too. That's why they beat me up. They're like, they want to see me preñada con 15 nenes mellao. I mean, like, I couldn't even provide for them, I wait. Ew, they're disgusting, they're deplorable, they're so gross. Wow. What's up? Anyway, surprise, if you didn't know, there's only one relative. If there's sex addicts would torture one to starvation for their own benefit. I refuse to go on to find out. They talk about me doing this. So they can only use that money to masturbate. For real, what the fuck is she talking about? Que el amor no me funcionó. Que ahora es trying to gaslight me, trying to influence me into being like, ay, no me gusta ella, no, no me gusta ella. Ahora luego de los 40 encontré el amor. For real. Por fin encontré el amor. I have been wanting to have a baby with ignorant since I was 2 years old. Didn't that steals my money, gets in the way of my receiving money, stays in my home without my permission, steals my vehicle. And I do not happen. Who funds our terrorism? They're disgusting. They're so gross. I don't ever want them near me. Okay. Or is the dominance? Oh, it's the dyslexia. It has more. It's like tons. I've done this before. Sluggish. Someone woke up to me to say the name of the game. I'm bored. I'm bored. So let's ask the expert, Jimmy Zendali. If Eric keeps that video. Expert in polyamory. Yeah. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? They're all like holding her up like a rapist. I got invited first. For real. I got invited to the prize. What else? What else? I was contemplating if I were to get with So I got invited like the first. Yeah, ellos en el bar, estos tres, antes era muy chiquito, no, ya era alto, no. Y el otro, y el otro, y el otro, that rapist. En el quinceañero de ella, ellos la cogieron todo, ella así. And I saw that and I walked away. I'm like, this isn't a polyamorous person. She isn't worth celebrating for su vestuario either. These leeches steal from me. and then take her out on dates and then rape me and then brag about the dates that they take her on. So I made that decision too, like to never mess around with this. After seeing that too, I'm like, they're raping me, they're stealing from me, they're getting in the way of me receiving money. And then her, in her quinceañero, all 8, 9, 10 of them picking her up literally like she's this goddess and showing her around. By that time, how many times has she had raped some of them? Alex, as soon as he started talking and walking, she's like, "You can't have him. He's mine. He's mine. He's mine." And he's like, "Arlene, I can't ever be with you because my dick and did it in the lady zones." She won. She won. She won. Then they go through celebrations and shit. Ew, just for the photo op. I felt so bad for the guests there. Anyways, I was there as a press, so it doesn't hurt me. Emotionally, I had already made the decision to reject these leeches. Anthony Campuzano, el Álvarez Cuero, el Alex, even Menorito. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? These people are disgusting. So this leech, Aquerosidad basura, es un asco. It's trying to kill me, implying that I'm after men that I'm not after. And she doesn't have a right to kill for dick either or for vagina. They're disgusting. 3 years old to travel the planet and meet people. And Yolanda was in the same room and reminded me, well, remember that you want babies with your minus carrera. I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm not like banking on that. It's not like she reminded me. It's like, you made that commitment, you have to do it. I'm like, oh yeah, that should be fun, but actively thinking about that all the time, like that's gonna happen. And they still stalk me. Ew, I didn't want the homes built. I want my money. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I want my money. At least 4 BMWs when I was 19 that I didn't get to drive that they want to give away to leeches like this. They reward them with brand names, expensive everything compared to what's accessible. So they are like, wow. Yo en Aguada me veo pobre, pero en Aguadilla como hay un Nissan dealership me veo cara. What else? 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 Lang asco, you can take out the rosa, rosa, rosa. In the meantime, here checking it. Oh, she's the queen of polyamory. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm born in the meantime. There I am, 17. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm born. I'm bored. Posted everything for the day. There could be breaking news by the end of the day. Where CNN goes on to congratulate Gisela Lorenzo Suarez for having won Barriga Más Plana decades ago. What else? If for being the only polyamorous queen, the only woman in the planet that is polyamorous. You can think how could Gisela Lorenzo Suarez steals from me, gets away, me receive money, steals my vehicles. Yes, and then my way to drug me and give me as her slave. I think they recorded it. I won't ever pursue John Del Manavel. My safety, Jada and Kehlani's safety comes before my vagina. What else? What else? What else? That's the best friend. She's so talented. She's a legal prostitute. And then she's like, OMG, I just made money, lose money. And they are like, wow. They know how to design a shopping cart thingy with the kid driving, honey. What else? What else? You can decapitate and then Malabar if he stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of me receiving money, and or steals my money. It's what? And for me to take out the trash from my apartment but I don't have a vehicle or the energy to do so I can't get there just in time. And I don't have electricity in my apartment. What else? 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 You can decapitate that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way of me receive money, that steal my vehicles, that pay people to illegally prostitute themselves to pretend to be me. The wife le pide el cielo y él se lo trae porque el cielo es matarme a mí. Like, lo que the wife quiere, lo que the wife quiere, the wife gets. Tenías tantos nenes detrás de ti. She's so cliche. So I witnessed decades with San Lorenzo. She talks, behaves like so and so. That is so horrible. Rapes and illegally prostitutes herself. They don't know how to gauge intelligence. Yo posteo Facebook lo que me dé la gana. She's not ruling on that. And if anything, what is Facebook? Ella se cree que porque está casada con Mark Zuckerberg, que ella puede lay down the law. In the meantime, to my knowledge, Mark Zuckerberg lobbied for CEO of Facebook, assuming that people are, there's some list there, but there's leeches asquerosidades that behave like illegal prostitutes there in the Mundita Asquerosa. What else? And she thinks she's very married to him. They may be. But that's not what Facebook is for, to bully people. She thinks that, well, people are in her husband's home. She can. Ew, tengo un asco. They're disgusting. They're so gross. Ew, 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 ew. You can decapitate Mark Zuckerberg if he stays in my home without my permission, steals my money, gets in the way of me receiving money, steals my views. I don't need to respond with the values to asquerosidad, puta, cuero, genitalidis, que ellos fund terrorism. For them to respect me, it's called respect, period. They're stupid. They possibly read the comments and say, well, she didn't respond with the Facebook guideline. I kill her because she ain't no educator. Baby, a ti alguien te abusa por Facebook y tú rápido sabes con que those aren't the community values of Facebook. They're like puppets. It's so gross. They practice what they're going to say to people beforehand still. Ew, so they have like a long as long as that dick. What? I don't know, yeah. What else? So they don't stop trying to kill Jeffrey because a witness of her staying in my home without my permission. Possibly. They move on to the next person. Ew, they never ends for them. They're like, ¿cómo le podemos callar la boca a Eliseo, que está hablando mucho con la policía? Ew, they're disgusting, they're so gross. I don't ever want them near me. I'm tired. I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? What else? Searching for food is so exhausting. No one doesn't have money. What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate Igor Munoz Guerrero. That steals from me, steals from Dayton, steals from Kehlani. It's dollar first. So if I have to take Jaden and Kehlani to therapy because their dad gets the death penalty, I'll do that. But essentially, by starving me, he's funding terrorism. He's joining their ranks of not giving me money to see them satisfied so that they don't kill him. Ew, 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 so gross. Ew, 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 ew. I'm bored. In the meantime, hasta esta hora, CNN no le dio premio a Lili Lorenzo Suárez de Imagina Más Tight. What else? What else? What else? What else? Vagina más tight, barriga más plana, y the only polyamorous woman in the planet. I purposely missed when she gave me her phone number. The next message, based on what her prima views is, and herself was gonna post what I said privately. They tried to lure one in. Be my friend, be my friend. I don't understand how someone that hates me so badly tries to get a conversation with me. Que si vamos a hacer una vida junta. Fool, doesn't she hate me? Why would she want to spend time with someone that she hates? It's disgusting. It's cuero asquerosa. Ew. Ya ella había tratado de matar a alguien más en mi familia de origen con este lenguaje. So I'm very much careful to not get attached to it. I'm living my life on my own until people give me money privately. Irresponsibly, but why hasn't she gone on and hang on to Carlito? Because was good for her. I don't remember Carlito's name, and I don't depend on people like that. I want people to give me or in person without me like working too hard for it. What else? 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 They're disgusting. Does the legendary disgusting? Do they pester you can start it off? Anyway, so I'm closing this channel according to CNN or No Se Publicó. Jimmy Zendaliris ganó el premio a Barriga Más Plana. Es la única mujer en el planeta que es polyamorous. What was the other thing? I don't remember. I don't remember. What else? So from now on, when I look at CNN, it won't be thinking if Jimmy Zendaliris won that battle. It's a battle with her. She's so Wild West. Don't. What is it? Stay away from my man. When she was like 4 years old and I was 3 years old, I'm like, porque I was with the guy much older than me. Under the bleachers in la escuela, Juan Beso, talking. He and I had sex too. What else? The school was like an extension of some homes, like a middle ground for people to meet, like a yard. What else? Some people apparently met there, and my family for the most part. They're like, let's dance, let's teach them how to do this, let's have a cookout here. All these plants from here that look like they don't belong, they're not native to this. They went to school here, and this is here and do that. And they were cleaned up. What else? So I was sitting, she was a straggler. Okay, that's what she is, a straggler. She's trafficked me into poverty and homelessness, trying to beat me up because this is my face. Okay, say she was a straggler. She was a straggler. And nobody in my parents' care while her parents were a straggler. Which San Lorenzo didn't beat me up over that. But they read my body language. And they're like, they're not close. She's like that straggler. Not like that straggler. It's more like a straggler, literally. And nobody to me was around my parents because her parents were working. So I was with that guy. Oh, this is pretty. What else? So I was with that guy. Where's the camera? Guy under the bleachers, just talking to him like so pretty. Girl, just quiet. And she walked up to he and I with a machete and she said, "Stay away from my man." She's so disgusting. Ew, ew, ew. That behavior hasn't gone away. That guy. Is he a sex addict? She was bragging to me as a child that she was going to take him on a date as a child to continue raping him as an adult. It's like, I won't go to jail for raping him if I say, well, he and I were dating since I was a child. Ew, 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 ew. The theft towards me is real. The abuse towards me is real. Ella es una cuero. So in my brain right now, Brittany Ackerson is killing them all in self-defense for stealing from me, for getting the way we received money for passing data and money. To be separated from me being in a homeless shelter y todavía le están esperando. Él quiere la mala todavía que yo copie esa foto de ella para reírse de la celulitis que yo tengo en las piernas. Y él se cree que yo lo voy a sacar en eso. So they're like, don't earn money first. I need to see her copy Gini Gendalitis so I can get over Gini Gendalitis rate. So even that one is a little picture. Pero yo no le voy a hablar, es like, quédate esperando. That's my brain laughs internally. It's like, quédate esperando, canto pendejo cuero. Si tú crees que yo me voy a tirar una foto así para que tú me acuses de copiarme yo de ella y burlarte de la celulitis que yo tengo en mi pierna. Ew, 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 they're so disgusting. They went through the hate crime tours this old. Ew. Ew, 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 ew. In the meantime, let's talk about husband center. Let's talk about man. Let's talk about that leech saying to me, stay away from my man. ¿Dónde dice el artículo 16 de Jimmy Gendalitis decidida por una? She wants to amend this plan to her liking. She thinks that because she thinks about it and believes that it's gonna become her reality. Not even Aurora. Sadly, it follows the progression, so I can have this conversation, the longest death penalty trial, hopefully, para yo no me muero primero que ella. So allá salió what's her name? With her, la novia de Bobby. Con un libro about her struggles. Ellos lo usan de excusa. They're like, Berlin, quería ser pobre, entonces. What else? What else? What else? What else? What led me to say that? I can't remember. I'm bored. I am bored. Who's giving me money? Anyways, she threatened, she tried to kill so and I and other people that were in the room decades ago. That if el Anthony Capisano ese y Albert y Joe were gonna get married, I couldn't own a home with him. That she was the one that the word marriage was thrown around her. So she was accidentally invited. I was 3 years old. So she walked up to me and said, "Stay away from my man," that guy, older than me. He isn't baby daddy worthy. And I found out sadly how. Porque he said, "Well, let's hang out at a hotel, you and I, pero you need to bring a companion." I'm like, "I don't want a companion." I said it twice. "I don't want a companion." He said, "Pick one." So I picked his wife. Is that her man? I didn't know anyone else. So I picked Denise and the lady student Susaras to be the companion. Now I was a 3-year-old fool. She said, "Don't." She said, "Stay away from my man." I was a child back then. So all of a sudden, I'm like in a room, if that happened, with that guy in her. Ugh. She did the most nasty thing on top of him. I'm like, what is. What else? Do I erase memory after one orgy? I'm like, what the fuck is that? Her on top of him. Ew. So literally, I was in the room with. She was supposed to be the companion. She was supposed to be playing with her imaginary Legos in a corner where I was in my honeymoon. Ew, 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 pero como ninguno de los dos, pero he was scared. I'm like, what is going on here? So he put me on a chair. I think we were at a hotel room. So he had me sit on a chair overnight. So I said, "This is the difference between he and I, just immediately. This is his and I divorce. I did not get imaginarily for if I accidentally got pregnant for him to leave me overnight on a chair." So he woke me up like while I was sitting on chairs in a hotel room, and he stuck the the companion in the bathroom where she needed to be, and said, "You wait there." So he was like undressing me and being like, "Good morning" to me, so cute. She started screaming, "I want my mommy, I want my daddy." He said, "Wait here." He goes to the door. She couldn't just. He and I did whatever it is. He opened the door. She was eating shit and he drinking from the toilet. So I'm like, OMG, I wish I was already like 21 para largarme de todo esto. So I said to the older guy, "Oh, I want to see Benji's kids." Okay, still to this day, possibly Benji no estaba metiendo, so it was Benji's kids. No, Andrew Arbor y el otro. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Or maybe clarifying that's not your dad. It could have been. Porque isn't he their half brother? Hijo de todo. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So I didn't mean immediately. I didn't mean it. And then I wanted to see him immediately. I'm like, I'm divorcing you just because of the fact that on a chair, this grossness. I don't know what she did there last night. It raped him. Yeah. So I said, oh no, hell no. As Albert, I think it was with Anthony Capisan. And they're like, well, we're here. And it was terrible. One of them grabbed Jimmy and the ladies and I met in the salon. Like, that's like a it's like these kids don't like have restraint on conversations, don't understand anything. First, they were in the shower. The three of us got in the shower. Anyways, I didn't ask for that, so I'm like, buenas tardes, and then leaving. She asked for her parents to pick her up or take her home immediately. I would have. So Gloria and Ilsa walked in and they're like doing that thing como si fuera like the Egyptian queen. I'm like, no, you ain't that queen. And my dad was like, oh. What do I have here? I'm gonna kill her for being emotionally more stable than her mother. For real, like you are like literally la traen así, cogida de la mano, like the I think my hair was curly. 3, and I'm like without crossing my arm, like, from now on, you're not bowing to me. Ew. Tanto protocolo, and not one person thought about how horrible Jimmy Sandalides is, or she hadn't shown her true colors just yet. What else? What else? What else? What else? So Albert was there, Anthony Capisano este, and I was waiting, being my true self. I'm like, so what am I doing next? Literally almost playing with my hair. And Albert looked at me and he looked at Yolanda and said, I want that. About me, and Capisano said I had already had it 5 minutes ago. Yolanda said, who wants to marry that? About Gigi and the ladies, they walked towards her. Albert, if that was him, looked towards me and said, sorry. People. And then there's those babies that I don't know when they get moved. So I'm occupied with them. My siblings are the death of me. Literally, they want a judgment day over who won the dictator. So they're like, Arlene can't be around Albert, Arlene can't be around Anthony Capisano, and those kids want to kill me. Arlene can't be around Andrew hasta que se resuelva esto. So they steal my home porque I'm 3 years old still or 2. They steal my vehicles because I'm still, hasta que esto no se resuelva. Y la gente diga quién ganó ahí, who was in the right. I've already could have been at Nobles buying me shoes, and so could have been. And be like, oh, everybody holidaying en el casino un ratito. Recreational. What else? What else? What else? What else? So he wants to kill me because I didn't even give him recreational. And now I won't ever. Not even recreational. That's why they do it. Because they want me to find the best out there. For them to be like, here's Titties and the ladies, our best choice, instead of our being fucked that instead. So I stayed celibate. But the intention of me dating Kehlani, porque no me da la gana de irme a Francia y buscar un novio sin haber explorado if Andrew was the one, if Albert was the one, if el Anthony Capizano ese was the one, all of them. If 18 years older than me was the one, what else? What else? Jorge Avilés Hermosito is very beautiful. What else? What else? So Richie Hill. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored right now, for real. I can be celibate for the rest of my life. I don't want to. No. And I don't want these people here. What else? What else? What else? What else? And they're not available to me, otherwise they would have let me start. That's the joke to my siblings. Oh, my siblings are trying to freeze time. Ya Andrew ha parido cuánto. Ya Albert ha viajado tan cuánto. So my siblings are like holding me back, but it's just holding me back. Porque ya Yandel parió cuánto. And the joke is on my siblings that they can pretend that they're holding me back in stalling time, but all those people already moved on. Otherwise, they wouldn't have let me start. So there's no going back to that day. We have like a Facebook trial, which I don't want that. Where people can say, so who was right, who was wrong. Ya, Ginny Tendalí se casó con eso decades ago. No se pierde los cumpleaños de ellos. Good for them. They do group chat, Netflix thing together. Me imagino I haven't even gone on to find out or talk to them. I think after Netflix was released on purpose. What else? 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 I don't want anything to do with these people ever. Anyways, who's gifting me money today? Who's gifting the video? Just I don't think no. People are so gross. So what they possibly want to say? So I choose influencing for same-sex marriage. Because there's no indication that Jaden and HR don't love themselves like that. What else? 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 So after I started Blue Sky Designs Go, and I got on Instagram, and my first complaint was that someone saved me. This guy is such an abuser to Jaden King Mommy. We're like, oh yeah, we're ready for sex. But because I don't talk to these people, they weren't possibly spending money amongst me. I think, guys, the celibate no sabe nada. So that they go like the thank out to people. Thank you, 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 thank you. Stealing money from people, extorting money from people. Say we'll collect our donations. Thank you. Yeah. So what people want to show them is like I'm always available. I'm always up to date. What happened the other day there, Sharon? Almost immediately, or when there's inclement weather. Oh my guys, I need to leave because there's a thunderstorm coming. No, like, though that happens sometimes. But for the most part, a thunderstorm happened, and I was here, caught in the rain, so uncomfortable. And I have a poncho and an umbrella. Under the poverty level, that's at the amount of millionaires that I have minted in the past year alone. What did I do as soon as I got a job where I would rely on a bus to get there? I got myself an umbrella and a poncho. I'm not gonna late. I'm not gonna get there. Like my rap. You can decapitate around that stays in my homes without my permission, that steals my vehicles, that gets in the way of me receiving money, that steals my money, that goes on hiring illegal prostitutes, pretending to be me. They're so disgusting. I don't want that in my life. What else? Also, this is the people that stay them, but it's a sisterhood. Do they all get along? It's like these cycles don't get interrupted because where it works based on the opposite experience. I have crushes on people that could have claimed to be married to my siblings, but they aren't because they're visitors and thieves. Those poor women that are married for so long. Now they don't have a choice to marry anyone else. But my first hookup was their half brother who was from San Antonio. You know, there's someone else. His mother isn't even Puerto Rican. So that gave me all safety and confidence that my parents were somewhat looking out for my feelings. Okay, it wasn't like te casas con tu hermano. So when I see him, I'm like, I don't see the. No, that's my brother out there. What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. So what happens is this. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? What else? What else? What else? What else? Uh-huh. Oh, they've made it worse somewhere. That's why I don't invade the privacy. Like I'm truly, you have the pictures. You're like, this is like legit, no drama. It worked. Good for you. What else? What else? Where the riches are the same, and I'm not after what you have. What bothers me is that he wants to use me as a toy, literally, because I'm his close relative. Ew, some marriages I've heard, I vision them to be like a second cousin marriage, so hot and sexy, so perfect. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm only have second cousins and given a step cousin I'm married to that it works out through his mother's side or their dad's side. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? That's just awesome. They're like whatever. Seguí caminando y encontraba. O llegó alguien nuevo. What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What's next? The judge telling me not wrong, are you? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm just doing the equivalent of skipping to this. Anyways, it's like in the river and then wash. And there's drinking water from somewhere. What? What else? What else? What else? What else? Yolanda Suárez Lorenzo me lo había dicho. Si te quedas sin toilet paper. Oh, that was so pretty, much more relatable. Yeah, watch here. Pouring water over it, and then you immediately bathe. It's almost like your kids are there. Because people try to kill her over her suggesting that I was enrolled in school so that I get my husband. I don't understand any concept. Would grow up to be men, so I was in homeschool. And people who I grew up around were so vindictive and they decided to kill just people for being pretty that she stole a home from me, se mudó con él. What else? 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 So people try to starve her and steal from her. It's like if you can kill her in self-defense, you need to kill her in self-defense. That's it. You can't starve a person and call it self-defense. Now, if someone needs help and that person hurts you, you can choose to say, I don't want to help her. She steals from me. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Some people have that story. I won't be that person. When they got in a car crash, do they go on to expand into that? What if they get into a car crash and Arlene rescues them and keeps them alive and they rehabilitate themselves after that event? Write it down and write that script and stop getting in the way of me receiving money. Stop stealing from me. Dan un asco. They starve people on purpose to see what they can come up with their creative writing that's recreational killing. There's a shooter now. There's been well to some people it's like Johnny. Literally I can take a in the river. The washes away, there's no trace of it ever. And there's for the water to wash my ass and no one gets there because they want to rape me. This grossness, they caused me to not have toilet paper and then they want me to show them my ass a ver si lo tengo lleno de bacterias. Pero that's rape. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. By the door, I was like, what is it? I'm like, I'm so I heard athletic sorry. From men to I know Spice Buddies. I'm bored. Also, those people that don't have a toilet are possibly happier than me at the moment. Look, it's cultural situation. It's cultural. It's cultural. Que no quieren limpiar un puto toilet. It's cultural. Que they see that thing, they're like, I'll kill you all if you put that thermographic shit for me to clean of my family. What else? What else? It's cultural. It's cultural. What else? I clean my tub earlier. So lovely. I say I watched this. Survival. Where's the GoFundMe campaign? So that Coach Demetrius gets some money. Have you heard those? They're like I said, most marriages are first week. And this lady work said her GoFundMe campaign under my comment. Like, bro, give me some. Did she not get it? What coincidence? Yes. I'm gonna see Instagram next week. What else? I'm bored. These first time villagers. These people that I grew up around no tienen ni un no tienen ni un intento para robar. Porque todo me lo roban. Todo me lo roban. So, no tienen ni panty, no tienen ni dinero para robar. La blusa la compré yo, el sofá también. El marido te lo estoy manteniendo cuero sin yo querer. Ella se cree modelo, mira qué puerca es. Mira la otra también. Ni el nombre completo usa, dan un asco. Thank you for that Nike sponsorship. Ew, they're so gross. They're worse than villagers. Y tienen todo lo que son. Ew. Anyways, back to here. Thinking to use the restroom. What else? Over. Yeah, breakfast today. I need breakfast today. I want to read this tomorrow from The Economist. Wait, I'll first. These are back then. I was drinking enough water. Now when my Santa lesson started. What else? Is we were discussing. I'm bored. I want that dress. What? What else? That's actually what else? He was a kid. He could have been scared. It's scary the situation that I'm in. Did they traffic him into poverty just to compare that he got the job in where is he in? With Camp gets paid more and they want to do a side by side. I already quit. As soon as I realized that they traffic me, that I already quit. And that is people like that. They're like, I can't. I'm under contract. Before like the competition's over, she quit. She's not participating, Mr. Fulton. You can quit. It's like I'm under contract. It's not that easy. I am having to wash my hair. What? Somebody was it there? The restroom goes to the that what else I finally realized though as I saw them. What else? What was I posting? Was it on YouTube? Facebook? What was I about to post? I forgot. What else? Anyways, I'm gonna go. Most likely, there's so I get that. I'm gonna pay for my electricity bill to celebrate, possibly. How was I posting this? Why did I say that I post my comment and I just closed that video? History TikTok. Or that one that I posted just now. And what else? Who's gifting me today? What else? I'm gonna take a cooking class. Both I'm teaching me some lemonades and makeup places. Remember that's how he touches the snake and moisture on camera. It's really pretty, I think. They had a little snake. It was in Utah, I think. What else? What else?
I came to talk to you tonight about my research in the Nepalese Himalayas and what it's taught me about definitions of marriage.
Anyways,
I'm a cultural anthropologist, and I've studied marriage and family systems now, cross-culturally, for 20 years.
around the world.
A lot of us in America have a template in mind when we think about marriage and family.
So, that has how many wives in India with the money he steals from? And then laws and social violence. If I would be that he's trying to get at least me salvé la vida while it's stuck there. What else? What else? Are they appalled to understand the law and know how to practice it? Right? Too many cultures don't understand. Yeah. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. If you're very rich or very poor, what else? But poor doesn't mean. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So let's flirt with this person. JK. Anyways. Anyways, mail was open and test open. What else? Workers they mock me and they went on to gay people and say Arlene doesn't make us. What else?